Welcome back, Truth Seeker. December 18th, 2017. The subject is purposeful train wrecks. We've seen this before. Today in Washington State, a new service began. Travel from Tacoma, just south of Seattle, to Portland, Oregon. About a 2-hour train ride. Brand new service today. Supposedly the first train went off the tracks. Now look. This is a definite ritual. You see how the news story has the number 181 right up on the screen? 181 is the 42nd prime number. Washington is the 42nd state. They love to sync up with their manufactured tragedies with their rigged sports leagues. And yesterday, the Seattle Seahawks got blown out with 42 points not far from this train wreck. Seahawks equals 42. Again, Washington, the 42nd state. Remember, the abbreviation DC equals 42. Of course, Washington State and DC named after George Washington, the Freemason. Freemason equals 42. It is Freemasonry that is a ritualistic society that controls everything in this nation and purposefully causes inconveniences. Yesterday's power outage in Atlanta was done by Freemasonry. This train wreck by Freemasonry. What I want you to listen to is the news coverage and how this witness explains that he's never seen an Amtrak on these tracks before, normally just sees industrial trains, and he's never seen a train traveling at this high of a rate of speed. Goes to show it was done on purpose. They had the train moving too fast so it would come off the tracks. What people need to wake up to is that Freemasonry is insanity. They do this kind of stuff all over the world every day. These people need to be put out of commission. Freemasonry needs to become something that does not exist because this is what Freemasonry is. Let's watch.
Vehicles below. At what point did you realize this was a critical situation?
Well, I saw, so the train track runs parallel to I-5 South to the right there. It was the first time, I travel every day to work to Olympia, and it was the first time I've ever seen a passenger train on that track. So that caught my attention. I don't know that there were people on there. I'm assuming that's the purpose. So when we came to the accident and we saw just the horror there, that I was hoping there wasn't that many people, but I have no idea.
So it was unusual for you to see the Amtrak train. That's interesting because today was day one of this new service, Tacoma to Portland. So that's interesting that it caught your eye. What was it? Did it catch your eye because it was moving fast, or what was it that, just the fact that it was an Amtrak train itself?
I would say it was both. The fact it was an Amtrak train caught my eye because, I've never seen one on that track. I've been doing this drive for about a year and a half, first time I've ever seen it. And it was moving very fast, I can't say it was moving fast for an Amtrak train or anything like that. All I know is that, like I said, I've never seen one. It was going faster than I was. Yeah.
That's all you need to hear right there. When he says it was going faster than I was, if you drive on freeways, you know that the Amtrak train doesn't travel at a higher rate of speed than the cars on the freeway. So yes, it was definitely going faster than it was supposed to, which is what caused it to derail. And this kind of stuff is done again and again. What I will say is it's highly likely that nobody was on the train in addition to the engineer. Normally when they do these rituals, there's nobody actually on the train, but it causes a major inconvenience. They had to shut down the freeway. Imagine starting your Monday this way. Here we are, it's the holidays. They cause a major airport convenience today. Now they're causing a train inconvenience. Shutting down major freeway that runs from Portland to Seattle. Well, really runs from Canada to Mexico, but this is a busy stretch of freeway that already has bad traffic problems. They do this on purpose. They love to bring the stress. I've lost track of time. It could have been 10 years ago now. On Christmas Day, about 10 years ago, on this same stretch of freeway, supposedly a bus would shut down I-5 because a passenger on the bus beheaded somebody on the bus. And I'm sure that story was completely made up to bring a tragedy to the area for Christmas Day, to shut down the freeway for people traveling. I was caught in that traffic jam that day. This is what goes on in our society. because we are ruled over by Freemasons. This is a group of psychopaths. Always has been. Always will be. That's why they need to be put out of commission. They do everything by the numbers. Till next time, Truth Seeker. Welcome back. Now they're about to give us the rate of speed. They're going to tell us it was 81 miles per hour. Remember, the word ritual equals 81. Plus, we're talking about train number 181. 81 miles per hour. That's about 30 more miles per hour than an Amtrak train will normally travel. Listen here.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to revisit that other fact, too, that Ben Derry found on the Amtrak website where they live track these trains. And before the crash, the last known speed was 81 miles per hour. You know, not making any inferences about whether this was on a corner, whether that's too fast, too slow. I mean, I'm not a train expert.
Oh, please, have some balls. Obviously, 81 miles per hour is way faster than Amtrak trains travel. I mean, anybody who's traveled on the train knows this. Anybody who drives along a train on the freeway knows this. You always pass the train. You know, you're going 60 miles per hour. You're going to drive past the train eventually because it's going 50. 81. All ritual, all on purpose. Again, this stuff goes on all the time. How many times have I exposed these train wrecks by the numbers? Today's also December 18th. I call today Saturn Day. If you write out December 18th, it sums to 93 like Saturn. Of course, 42 is also a number of Saturn. Saturn, very ritualistic. Keeper of time. Important to Masonry. See what other news comes today. Probably be a big celebrity death before the end of the day. They like to off people on December 18th too. Keep your eyes peeled.